A line contains the points 1, 2, we'll call this point A, and 5, 0, we'll call this point B. Let's find the slope. The slope is rise over run, or y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Here we have x1, y1, and here we have x2, y2. So let's subtract 0 minus 2 over 5 minus 1. So we have negative 2 over 4, which simplifies to be negative 1/2. Now it's good to memorize this slope point form formula because we just have to plug in x1 and y1, and it doesn't really matter whether we use point A or point B. Let's just use point A. Y minus y1 equals the slope, negative 1/2, x minus x1. So this here is the slope point form. Now to get the slope-intercept form, we just apply algebra on the slope point form. Using distribution, we multiply here and here. So we have y minus 2 equals negative 1/2 x plus negative 1/2 times negative 1 is positive 1/2. And when we add 2 to both sides, the negative 2 becomes a positive 2. Let me cross that out. So y equals negative 1/2 x. What is 2 1/2? 2 is the same thing as 4 over 2. We combine into one fraction. 4 plus 1 is 5 over 2. This here is the slope-intercept form. Now the question-intercepts is a two-part question. The first question is, what is the y-intercept? And the y-intercept is right here. It's 5 over 2 or 2.5. We can always think about y-intercept as setting x equals 0. So we have 0, 5 over 2 as an appropriate y-intercept. These are the xy coordinates. Now what about the x-intercept? To find the x-intercept, we set the opposite of x, which is y, equals 0. So let's focus on this slope point formula. 0 equals negative 1/2 x plus 5 over 2. Let's multiply both sides by 2. We have 0 equals negative 1x, or just negative x, plus 5. We throw the x over. We have x equals 5 as the x-intercept. We could also write 5, 0. Finally, let's find the general form working from this slope-intercept form again. Let's multiply by the denominator 2. So we have 2y equals negative x plus 5. The idea of the general form is that we want to get rid of all denominators and have a positive a value. So let's throw everything to the left of the equal sign, leaving 0 on the right side. We have x plus 2y minus 5 equals 0, which is the general form. We'll sketch this line by converting to slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. So let's multiply everything by 3. We have y equals 6x plus 3 over 2. We can rearrange. Y equals 6x plus 3 over 2. So the y-intercept is 3 over 2, or 1.5. So we'll draw an xy axis here. And we start at 1, 2 units up, and 1.5 is between 1 and 2 here. And the idea of the slope being 6 over 1 means rise 6. We go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the run is 1 unit to the right. So we have 1 comma. We have 1.5 plus 6 is 7.5. It's nice to have a ruler, but essentially you draw a line between these 2 points. And this here is the line. Now let's convert this slope-intercept form to standard form in this format here. We want to get rid of all denominators, so let's multiply by 2. We have 2y equals 12x plus 3. Standard form leaves the coefficient of x positive, and we want to throw the constant over to the other side. So let's throw this constant over here, and let's throw this 2y term to the right. So we have 12x minus 2y equals negative 3. Rearranging, we have 12x minus 2y equals negative 3. This is called standard form. Do not confuse it with general form, where everything is thrown over, equals 0.